Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, dear. In this video, we will discuss most important 100 MCQs of immunology. First question is, which of the following is the primary function of the immune system? And the right answer is option C, protection against pathogen. Second question is, which cells are responsible for the production of antibodies? And the right answer is option B, B cell. Third question is, which of the following is not a type of adaptive immune response? And the right answer is option C, innate immunity is not a type of adaptive immune response. Fourth question is, which class of immunoglobulin is most abundant in serum? And the right answer is option D, IgG is the most abundant in serum. Question number 5 is, the process by which phagocytes engulf and digest pathogen is known as? And the right answer is option C, phagocytosis. Question number 6 is, which cells are responsible for presenting antigens to T cells? And the right answer is dendritic cells as well as option B, macrophage. Macrophage and dendritic cells, both cells are responsible for presenting antigen to T cells. Question number 7 is, the major histocompatibility complex MHC is important for? And the right answer is option A, T cell activation. Eighth question is, which type of hypersensitivity reaction involves IgE mediated release of histamine and other mediators? And the right answer is option A, type 1 is due to involvement of IgE. Ninth question is, which of the following is not a function of cytokines? And the right answer is option C, cell lysis is not the function of cytokines. 10th question is, which of the following is the primary function of the immune system? And the right answer is option C, protection against pathogen is the primary function of the immune system. 11th question is, which cells are responsible for the production of antibodies? And the right answer is option B, B cells are responsible for the production of antibodies. Next one is, which of the following is not a type of adaptive immune response? And the right answer is option C, innate immunity. 13th question is, which cells are targeted by the human immunodeficiency virus HIV virus? And the right answer is option B, T cells are targeted by the HIV virus. 14th question is, which of the following is not a primary lymphoid organ? And the right answer is lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are the secondary lymphoid organs. 15th question is, which type of T cells is primarily responsible for activating other immune cells? And the right answer is option A, T helper cells are responsible for the activation of other immune cells. Next question is, which immunoglobulin is involved in mucosal immunity and found in secretions like tears, saliva and breast milk? And the right answer is IgA. IgA present in tears, saliva and breast milk. 17th question is, which of the following is an example of toll-like receptor? And the right answer is TLR4 is an example of toll-like receptor. 18th question is, which type of hypersensitivity reaction involves in the formation of immune complexes and subsequent tissue damage? And the right answer is option C. Type 3 hypersensitivity involves the formation of immune complexes and the deposition of immune complexes. Next question is, which cells are responsible for the production of cytokines? And the right answer is option C, macrophage are responsible for the production of cytokines. 20th question is, which cell surface molecule is responsible for antigen recognition by T cells? And the right answer is option A, major histocompatibility complex is responsible for antigen recognition by T cells. Which cytokines is primarily involved in promoting inflammation? And the right answer is option C, TNF alpha, tumor necrosis factor alpha is involved in promoting inflammation. Which type of immunity is transferred from mother to fetus through placental transfer of antibodies? And the right answer is option B, passive immunity. Which cell type is primarily responsible for antibody production during a secondary immune response? And the right answer is plasma cells are responsible for production of antibodies during a secondary immune response. Which of the following is not the function of antibodies? And the right answer is phagocytosis is not the function of antibodies, and the rest of all option opsonization, neutralization, complement activation are the functions of antibodies. Which cells are primarily responsible for antigen presentation to B cells? And the right answer is macrophages are responsible for antigen presentation to B cells. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of autoimmune disease? And the right answer is option B, loss of self tolerance is the characteristic feature of autoimmune disease. Which cell type is responsible for killing virus infected cells and tumor cells? And the right answer is option B, cytotoxic T cell. It is also known as TC cells are responsible for killing virus infected cells and tumor cells. Which type of cells is responsible for antibody class switching? And the right answer is plasma cells is responsible for antibody class switching. Which cytokine is primarily produced by Th2 T helper cells 2 cells and is involved in promoting allergic response? And the right answer is interleukin 4 IL4. Right option is option B. Which of the following is characteristic feature of chronic inflammation? Chronic inflammation, and the right answer is option C, tissue destruction and fibrosis is characteristic feature of chronic inflammation. Which cell type is primarily responsible for antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxis, which is also known as ADCC? And the right answer is NK cell, natural killer cells is primarily responsible for antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity. Next question is, which of the following is not a type of professional antigen presenting cells, APC? And the right answer is NK cells are not professional antigen presenting cells. Rest of all B cell, macrophage, dendritic cells are professional antigen presenting cells. Which type of hypersensitivity reaction involves T cell mediated cytotoxicity? And the right answer is type 4 hypersensitivity, in which cell T cells are involved, T cell mediated cytotoxicity. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of complement system? And the right answer is option C. It can directly kill pathogens by forming membrane attacking complex. MSC, membrane attacking complex, is formed in complement system. Which type of cell primarily secrete histamine during allergic reactions? And the right answer is option A, basophil. Which class of antibodies can cross the placenta and provide passive immunity to the fetus? And the right answer is IgG. IgG is only antibody which cross the placenta and provide the passive immunity to the fetus. Which of the following is not a characteristic feature of acute inflammation? And the right answer is gradual onset is not a characteristic feature of acute inflammation. Which cell type is primarily responsible for producing antibodies with high affinity during an immune response? And the right answer is option A, plasma cells. Which type of hypersensitivity reaction involve IgG or IgM antibodies binding to cell surface antigen leading to complement activation and lysis? And the right answer is option 2. 14th question is, which cytokines is primarily involved in promoting the differentiation of naive T cells into effector T cells? And the right answer is option A, interleukin 2. Which type of cell express CD8 co-receptors and primarily recognize antigen presented by MHC class 1 molecule? And the right answer is TC cell, cytotoxic T cell. Which of the following is not a function of spleen in the immune system? And the right answer is producing antibodies is not the function of spleen in the immune system. Spleen are the Spleen is the secondary lymphoid organ. Which cell type is primarily responsible for phagocytosis in the bloodstream? And the right answer is neutrophils. Which of the following is not a characteristic feature of dendritic cells? And the right answer is production of antibodies is not the characteristic feature of dendritic cells. Which cytokine is primarily involved in promoting the differentiation of B cells into plasma cells? And the right answer is IL-4, interleukin 4 is responsible for promoting the differentiation of B cells into plasma cells. Which type of cell express CD4 co-receptor and primarily recognize antigen presented by MHC class II molecule? And the right answer is option A, helper T cells. Which type of cell is primarily responsible for antibody mediated immunity against extracellular pathogen? And the right answer is B cell. Which immunoglobulin is primarily involved in allergic reaction and defense against parasite? And the right answer is IgE. Which of the following is characteristic feature of the secondary immune response? Secondary immune response. And the right answer is rapid and robust compared to the primary immune response. Primary immune response always be slow, while secondary immune response is rapid and robust. Which cell type is primarily responsible for production of pro-inflammatory cytokines during immune response? And the right answer is option C, macrophage. Which of the following is not a function of NK cell, natural killer cells? And the right answer is option C, phagocytosis of pathogen is not function of NK cell. Which type of cells are responsible for production of antibodies with highest affinity during an immune response? And the right answer is option B, plasma cell. Which of the following is characteristic feature of chronic inflammatory disease? And the right answer is prolonged duration and tissue damage is characteristic feature of chronic inflammatory disease. Which of the following cells are involved in the process of antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity, ADCC? And the right answer is option C, natural killer cell. Which class of antibodies is predominantly found in secretions such as saliva, tear, mucous membrane? And the right answer is option A, IgA. Which type of cells are responsible for production of antibodies with low affinity during an immune response? And the right answer is option C, naive B cell. Which of the following cell type is known as master regulator of immune system? And the right answer is T helper cells is known as master regulator of immune system because they regulate the immune system. Which cytokines is primarily involved in promoting the differentiation of naive T cell into T helper cells, Th1 cells? And the right answer is IL-12 is responsible for the differentiation of naive T cells into Th1 cells. Which of the following is characteristic feature of adaptive immunity? And the right answer is option A, rapid response upon re-exposure to the same pathogen. Which cell type is primarily responsible for the production of antibodies with diverse specificity? And the right answer is option B,